In a beautiful valley just north of Waikiki lies a very special community. Though for many years they lived in a terribly run-down project and endured problems with drugs, crime, and the stigma of bad public housing, these and other hardships didn't extinguish the spark of pride within this special community. It's been a very long and hard road for the tenants of Palolo Housing, and this is their story.
Ke hola kaua hali hali na lehua o luna
I think it was rough about maybe 15 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
People from the outside used to come in. They used to be scared just to walk around here.
Crime, drugs.
We had a lot of breaking into cars. Nobody knew what happened. Nobody would say anything.
My kids didn't come out at all. And I have 3. They was too scared. They were scared of me to go in the yard.
The conditions in this 50-year-old state housing project brought on a feeling of hopelessness in the community.
The case of Palolo, they recognized the problems that they weren't getting sufficient maintenance of their units, long-term or short-term, and they weren't getting the quality of resident support service that they desired. And they understood that the state tried its best, but just didn't have sufficient resources.
Before is, small ice box, and our kitchen is not so good. Everything is rotten underneath, but you ask them to come and fix it, they say you have to fix your own.
Well, it's not big, it's almost like this, but there's no shower meant for a person like me, disabled.
They're pretty dilapidated, the screens falling down, and leaky plumbing, the shower stalls, tile falling out of the... If you had tile, they just put that waterproofing board around that vinyl, and the water gets behind that, and all the cockroaches, oh my God.
I excuse myself, we live like a jungle before.
Living under the conditions, that was one of the main concerns. Leaking roof, lead paint, asbestos, Living with that kind of conditions and expecting us to pay our rent on time, every month, it wasn't fair.
Living under government rules and regulations, it's just ridiculous. I don't know how our government can let families live in hazardous conditions and health risk for our children. It was hard to try and, have pride for a place that was just deteriorating, It was just falling apart and nobody really cared at that point. There was no inside of hope back then. I didn't see any hope, but thinking of how can I get out of here? How can I move to a better place, a better environment?
But then, something stirred in some of the longtime residents. They decided to stay and work together to make Palolo a good place for their families.
I think the changes started